Hello, North Clackamas special education teachers. My name is Rachel Brecky, and I had the privilege and fun of teaching your kids this summer. I had a super fun time. If I can speak for everybody else, I think we all had a great time too. It was super fun, and we thank you for sending those kids. And we encourage anybody who wants to spend time with kids next summer. It is super fun. The reason why I'm making this video is to give some people who maybe have never sent kids to ESY sort of an overview, what sort of happens, hopefully inspire some teachers to teach next year, and then 4 takeaways that we'd love everybody to know about ESY to make next year even better. And then a hopeful transition into a more digitally savvy ESY next year, and maybe by the time I've made this video, Sean has made it happen. So our why is to have a successful, fun, learning and jam-packed fun time for kids. It was called Camp Yes I Can. We had a super great time. But for some kids who their disability really impacts them and why they've have a hard time recouping stuff over breaks is that they're introduced to new situations, new teachers, staff, other kids in their classroom, and we'd really love everybody to know a few things so that we can make that transition and this time as fun and successful as possible. So a brief overview of ESY is that it is 4 weeks, usually in July. And for those 4 weeks, it's just 3 days a week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and it's a total of 12 days. Teachers work 1 day in the beginning to sort of get everything ready, and then we spread our last day at the end of the week, the last week. So kids show up around 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then whatever time it takes for them to eat breakfast. And then they come into the classroom with staff members. And then recess is around 10:30, maybe 10:15, plus transition times 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. And then lunch is at 11, 11:10. And then they get dismissed at 11:30. So it's really not that much time. It's maybe 2.5 hours that you've got working time. Depending on the kids that you have in your classroom, it may not be that much individually working with a kid on whatever their goals are that they've qualified for ESY. So that leads me into my transition of the 4 takeaways. The number 1 takeaway is that please send the materials that coincide with the IEP goals that they've qualified for ESY. It's great to have a lot of extra stuff, but please at least send the stuff that they've qualified for ESY. They qualified for math, send the math curriculum, the math worksheets, whatever it is that you're doing with them. Send those materials, pack those materials first. That is what we need. Second of all, please send the data sheets that go in with the IEP goals that you're sending a kid for ESY for. We'd love to take data just how you do so that when, goals are written different way, we may, translate them a little differently, and we just love the data to look and feel the same as it is for you in the classroom with those kids year round. Number 3 has 3 parts to it. Send the technology if a kid has qualified for, communicating with an iPad or a talker, or, Chromebook, they're working on a goal with that. Send that material, that technology, iPad, tablet, Chromebook, whatever it is. And with that, please let us know the password that goes with it, the program, send the technology, the password, and the program. Like if a kid shows up with an iPad, that's the school one, and it has all of the different talker type programs, Proloquo, Touch Chat, what have you. If we don't have time to necessarily go in, really see what it is in an IEP, just let us know. They're working on Touch Chat, whatever program it is, 60, whatever. Here's the passcode to do whatever, and here's how we're starting. That would be super awesome. That's super helpful because it's 12 days. If we lose 1 or 2 days with trying to figure out technology or getting the technology, then you've wasted a lot of time. So we would really just love to have that all just sort of packed together and ready to go on day 1. The 4th one is sort of an asterisk. It would be super awesome if you could let us know reinforcers for the kids. Maybe an IEP was made in the beginning of the school year and their reinforcements have changed. Maybe they love Pokemon, now they love Avengers or whatever it is, or they no longer love chocolate. We would love to know those things so that we can get little goodies to reinforce all the work that we're making them do over the summer. So if you could let us know, that would be super awesome. So one is materials for their IEP goals that they've qualified for ESY for, the data sheets that go along with that, the technology if the kids qualified for that, and the pass codes and the program, and then 4 reinforcers that they've had at the end of the school year. So if you could do those things, and at the end of April, May, you need help, I'm totally able to come help you out. Email me, call me, I'll have the information on the board. I am totally willing to come help out and support you in any way that you need to make ESY successful for any kid going. So my hope is that we're making ESY a little bit more digitally friendly. We'll be having a lot of stuff just saved on Google Drive, and hopefully we've taken a lot of stuff from Synergy. So we'll just make a ESY packet stuff, just when you have your ESY meeting, it says these goal areas, whatever. Synergy will then know to take all the stuff that applies to that. If it's behavior, they'll take BSPs and FBAs and let us have it in a little cute ESY packet. So that's our hope, and hopefully that will be good to go for this next summertime. So I thank you for listening to me, and have a great and awesome school year.